So when you see it in the TV, cameras are this side, then you'll see the three stands, so a lot like a full stadium. Some signed shirts. You put a drone there?
Are you sure?
No. It's Mirror Republic doing their hobby.
Ah right, you can't just do it today then, that's it, you need to get permission to do it.
No, I'm going to fly in the public airspace. Till the day, I thought it was a blast zone by this stadium had only 3 stands. Weird to find out it's financial. I see that stand. Now understand it, if it was temporary, there's a stand getting built.
Where, you're not flying over the ground or anything like that?
I totally over the ground, nose into the pitch, stadium, bit of the TV stand.
To do that
No, you don't.
No, you do.
No, you don't. Let me see what it looks like. That gives you a great view. Run along the pitch. We'll go towards the goal, see if we're going to score a goal. Welcome back to the channel, guys and girls. Today we're in Falkirk and we're taking to visit the Falkirk Stadium. Now this stadium has got 3 stands and 1 stand that's totally missing. So when you watch it on the TV, it looks like a full stadium, but it's actually missing a full stand along, not just behind the goals, along the full side of the pitch. So the next game's against Kilmarnock tomorrow, with the day being Friday. So my plan is get some zoom camera footage along the ground from this corner, go to the side where the stand's missing, and then go and tell my pop and chopper up. So the Kevin McAllister stand right in front of us. Stand over here, then right along one side of the pitch, nothing. Now there was a rumour saying it was because of a blast zone, but a quick check online, and I actually thought that myself as well until I turned up here, and it says there are financial reasons. We'll check more and we'll look online. So we'll keep walking round towards where the stand's missing. So we're back at this stand, but it is weird, don't see any turnstiles. They're both at both ends. So around the side, we've only actually got 2 turnstiles, because they're 2 are fire exits. So here's the section where the stand's missing. Come up to this gate, get a better look at it. So when you see it in the TV, cameras are this side, then you'll see the 3 stands, so it looks like a full stadium. But that's what's really there. Crazy to see. And over here we've got some ash stuff pitches. I'm not sure if that's part of Falkirk or used by the public. So before I head round, we'll check online. It says about the stadium. The Falkirk Stadium was built as a joint venture project between Falkirk Football Club and Falkirk Council. The stadium's high quality design and build make it an icon for the regeneration of our area and a clear sign of the commitment and intention of those involved in the area's My Futures in Falkirk regeneration project. It was opened in July 2003 and it provides a major physical presence of the eastern edge of Falkirk, as well as providing an impressive new home for Falkirk Football Club. And in the bottom it says, it's also a popular destination for the local community, with the Westfield Cafe serving breakfast, lunch and snacks, and our event spaces have been used to celebrate many local weddings and parties over the year. So Falkirk Council own the stadium, or a good part of it. So if it's open for the public, that means I can take off for anywhere round about. So I asked Google why Falkirk's only got 3 sides, and it says the primary reason the Falkirk Stadium does not have a 4th stand is not currently the blast zone, but rather financial constraints, lack of demonstrated need for the 10,000 plus capacity, and a shift towards developing the area for alternative revenue. So the blast zone might have been something to do with in the past, but Grangemouth stopped processing crude oil back in April 2025. Right, so there's the main entrance. But as you walk around here as well, loads of cars. Now I don't know if it's open to the public just to park here and walk elsewhere to nearby Kelpies, or the council actually use the building as well. So the turnstiles there, that's fire exits. That's not a turnstile. Then we come to the front of the Falkirk Stadium, but there's no turnstiles here either. So I take this as the main entrance.
crossover because the cars over here, remember?
So before we're going to walk around the side, so to the left I've got a little star nursery, so I'll no video that side, but they better not use that as the excuse because I'm flying over the stadium and I like to get my 360 photos. So again, turnstiles there, fire exits, and that's not a turnstile. So it must be really busy match day, especially at 3 o'clock when everybody's trying to get in. So little turnstiles. Another fire exit. But this side you can't really see much because of the metal fence. Got a toilet. Falkirk badge up there. Rockfall bar up there. See the doors open. So a picture, I don't know who it is, holding a trophy. Some signed shirts. It says match day bar. Around here it says the Falkirk fan zone. Got a big tent up there, so I'm not sure, possibly get beer in that before the game, before you get into the stadium, but again, stand missing. Obviously the council, because they've invested into the stadium, they're making sure they're getting their use out of it. We've rented out a space to a gym, we've seen a nursery, a cafe. So back around the front. Hi there, I'm going to fly a drone over the stadium.
Alright.
Just going to do it now in the next 5-10 minutes.
Right.
Just to let you know before. Come on, can I? Right, Hey, pal, I'm just going to put a drone here.
Are you sure?
No.
No.
It's my Republic doing a hobby.
Right, you can't just do it today then, that's it, you need to get permission to do it.
No, I'm going to fly in the public airspace. Plus there's all public land round about here with the council and that.
But there's a nursery and everything here now as well.
Aye, I usually use that excuse. As I'm walking by in the stadium, I've blanked that bit out, didn't record any of that bit.
You done it already then?
Not in the pit, no, I've done round the ground footage.
Right.
But I finish off the drone footage at the end.
So where, you're not flying over the ground or anything like that?
Aye, totally over the ground, nose in the pitch, stadium, a bit of
You
TV
need permission
stand.
to do that
No,
then,
you
pal.
don't.
No, you do.
No, you don't.
You do.
Where'd you get that rule?
That's the rules,
How when?
basically.
I've done hundreds of places. I've done Celtic Park, Ibrox, they couldn't stop me.
Fly over the top of it.
They can't stop me. Basically, I'm taking off the public and flying over in the public airspace.
So what if there's someone there that they didn't want filmed or that, then how does that work?
Well, you should have it hidden. If there's an event on, like a football game, I can't fly because of the crowd. So if there's a crowd there, I can't do it. An event
So
on.
like the first team was training the day or something like that?
I can nosy at that, totally nosy. I done Rangers before they were playing Celtic and Fenerbahce last year. Flew right over and nosy right in. But I made an agreement with them because I seen the training. I wouldn't upload it to after the Celtic game. So that way I wasn't leaking the footage.
Aye, because we had another guy who's asked for permission, but he was coming in on Sunday, because usually we get them emailing us in
Aye.
to ask for that.
See, the thing is that if I was to ask places, like yourself, maybe say yes, but a lot of places I turn up, they're going to all say no, so we'd end up getting none done.
I know what you mean with that.
So I just basically turn up and kind of try and get whatever I can when I'm in the area.
So, what bits?
Going to fly over the full pitch, just to get a basic nose at the bit with the stands missing, that's the interest. There's a,
Give
I
me
mean,
2 seconds. Then,
right, cheers.
The only thing I need to do is I just need to get somebody for the football club just to make them aware, just in case they see it.
Alright.
And get us
Well,
just-
we're not 10 minutes before I take off anyway.
I'll get one of them. Can I get one of them to just come out and speak to you? For
Right, I'll just put there then. Alright,
No problem,
cheers,
man.
pal. Cheers. So we'll get 10 minutes, but this is down as an interesting place.
I spoke to the CEO of the football club. He says it's fine. There's nothing else happening there.
Right.
Now, so that's
No
fine
bother,
to do
pal.
that.
Alright, cheers, pal. Nice meeting you, cheers. So the guy said no, and he did everything right. He thought it was no. He went and checked up, got the thumbs up, so pass marks to here. So as we check drone assist, it's a yellow zone. as all football stadiums, can't fly if there's a crowd and an event on, especially on match days. So as you can see, how unique is that? A stand totally missing. It is crazy to see when you're actually here. So we'll fly in sideways, go up higher because of the floodlights. So when you're watching the TV, that's the kind of view you're getting. Go a bit closer. So what you see is a full stadium, but what you're missing is that will fly out. The fans are sitting this side get to see. Just make sure we clear the roof. Turn round. Now, if you're a professional player as well, that would kill you as an atmosphere. This mean, I'd understand behind the goal and maybe put some boards up, but a full side, run along the full side of the pitch, I mean, that's great seats. So as we fly for one end, what does that mean? Come on, you in blue, maybe? Sorry, I'm not a Falkirk fan, so I don't really know the lingo. So, it says Falkirk Stadium there. Apologies, I don't know the stand name, only on this one because it says at the back, the Kevin McAllister stand. So fly over. Now, the thing with this stadium is, I come down quite low, get a great view because there's a stand missing. So we're still, well, the drone looks like it's at roof height, but when you look at it on the screen it doesn't. So we'll fly right along, watch the drone because of the floodlights, right along. Now that was annoying, I was watching the drone and not the screen. Right, so this plastic pitch, now I'm sure Rugby Park's getting theirs dug up this summer. I thought all Premier League teams had to get it removed and be a normal pitch, but checking Google there, Falkirk don't change it to the end of next season. So we'll just get nosy, we'll check the roof of them. Nice solar panels. Now you think the council would have solar panels somewhere. I know the stadium's 23-year-old, but they're definitely getting their use out of it. And I told you, I knew they would use that nursery excuse. Quite surprised to see a nursery at a Premier League football stadium, but it's not ever going to see kids down there playing. And if they were on the bit they're playing, there's something wrong. Right, so going to come down the halfway line, come right down. Again, watching the drone, I'm going to get a 360 quite low down. So basically, snapped it about, so I'm going to take it for here. That's the 360 we're going to get. Let me see what it looks like. That gives you a great view for the 360-40. So I'll post that to my Facebook. Just going to fly a bit closer. Now I know I'm below the roof height, but I've come in this side where there's no roof. Right, was that say Russell Latapy? Russell Latapy, Tigger McLaughlin, John Hughes, Simon Stainroyd, Andy Nicol. Oh, I was going to check that stand there, but it's not there. So I'm going to check over this side, just to see if I've got names above the seats as well. Not that one's just dedicated to Kevin McAllister. It's just an advert. But I've got to admit, what a 360 to get. Because normally you're doing Celtic, Rangers, even Rugby Park, you've got to be away up here, or you've lost line of sight, whereas wee Chopper's right next to us. So it must be the easiest. I thought Livingston was easy to fly over, but this, having this big gap here, it's perfect for flying the drone. But until the day, I thought it was a blast zone by this stadium had only 3 stands. Weird to find out it's financial, and you think they would build that stand and leave the one behind the goals, because look at the seating. If you're sitting here, you've got a better view than you've got behind the goals. So this is a away stand. We'll fly over. So what we'll do is we'll check our surroundings outside the stadium. They stand out for this. Go a wee bit higher. Right, I've took off at the wrong bit. I'll fly to the corner, get the front of the stadium in properly, turn round. That's the best I'm going to do, because if you look over there, electric pylons as well, and I'm over here out in the road. So we'll fly back in, go diagonal over the roof, and go towards the goal, come down low again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check over here. So fly over to this side and we'll look at the bit that you don't see. So imagine you're a professional footballer, somebody that's signed for abroad, and they come and play here and see that stand. Now understand it, if it was temporary, there's a stand getting built. Falkirk are playing some nice football as well. Looks sure to finish in the top 6. So go and fly and check this pitch. Now I think this is just an ASHTOF pitch used by the public, but possibly a training ground for the first team or the youth academy as well. Then we'll nose in here. So all the toilets, I imagine that's a beer tent. So you drink your beer, pay a few quid, they empty it in there, then get into the stadium, enjoy a game. I'm saying tomorrow they play Kilmarnock. By the time I post this, that game will be done. By early next week sometime. What we'll do is one last low flight down towards the goal. It's crazy. I think this is brilliant, because that stand's missing. You can basically run along the pitch. We'll go towards the goal, see if we're going to score a goal. And we're watching the drone again, so I can't really see the screen. Stop there. Mental. So it's good to see it with the plastic pitch, and maybe come back once it's back to a normal pitch in a couple of years' time. So bring the big game back down. Good fun, buddy. What do you mean you want to score a goal? I knew you were going to say that. So that's us finished at Falkirk Stadium, and to be fair to them, if you email them in advance, they will arrange a time for you can fly over, unlike most places I go to where they tell me to bugger off when I turn up. So as much as I turned up and just done it without asking, these guys are willing to work with the public and let you fly your drone, and to be honest, it is cracking. Flying in without that stand there, you can get a great view. So for the chopper ring in this one, so we're at the waist stand. I'm lining up this big banner. I can squeeze it in there. Squeeze in there. That does. So right in that corner. So good luck with that. So if you do get the chopper ring, please comment you've got it to let others know, so other people aren't wasting their day travelling to come and see if it's there and it's already gone. So if you liked that video, guys, girls, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.